It's Week 11 of the NFL, and we'll see Brock Purdy. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the 49ers and the Seahawks, next on Madden Football.
Well, they don't call them the faithful for nothing, Brock. Fans numbering 70,000 strong have made the trek to Santa Clara, and they're ready to cheer on their 49ers here at Levi's Stadium. All right, football fans, settle in because we got bragging rights on the line in this one. Kate Scott, Brock Huard here with you as we get set for a division rematch. Brock, one side seeking the sweep, and the other looking for some revenge after how that first showdown went.
What do they say about familiarity? Familiarity does what?
It breeds something, Brock. It breeds, contempt.
It breeds contempt.
Yeah.
These teams don't like each other. They can fake it. They can say all the right things in the papers. They don't want any bulletin board material. But the fact is, you know...
Punter Mitch Wishnowsky ready to do the honors. And off we go in Santa Clara. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. Leading them out, someone we're all very excited to watch. It's the rookie out of Alabama.
As you take the field coming off of a real late season bye, you just want to maximize what last week was all about. Making sure that physically, mentally, emotionally, you're recharged so you can go attack the final stretch of this season.
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Brought down by Fred Warner.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Here's Walker running right. And he finds his way up to the 47 before he stopped. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. That's Kupp on the slant. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Seahawks will have a first down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Into the hands of Walker. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. Throwing from the gun. That's taken in by Kupp. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Has his man. It's Addison. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Walker now from the gun. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down. Now looking to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the 49ers have it as he records the first interception of his young career. Well, Brock, they get an early opportunity here inside the red zone, but nothing comes of it after that interception.
Yeah, no question, Kate. You expect that this won't be the last chance or the last time they get in the red zone. This will, or at least should, be the last chance that it ends in a pick. They're going to take that Microsoft Surface tablet. Everybody is. They're going to pull that play up, and most importantly, they're going to try to identify what happened so it doesn't happen again.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Julian Love bringing that one to an end. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 20-yard line.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. On target to his back. Here's Christian McCaffrey. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Ball at the 33 for 1st down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
From the gun is Purdy. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Whistle sound as the defense decides to call timeout. On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Julian Love bringing that one to an end. And the Seahawks adding an extra DB here. 3rd down coming. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Complete beyond the marker. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's a 49er 1st down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
On the counter, McCaffrey. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 on the Seahawks 47-yard line.
They stick with McCaffrey. Has a lane inside the 35. And they'll finally bring him down at the 22. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They kick the running back in motion. Purdy throwing here on 1st. Getting out to his left. He can run it. And he will score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers have a great first drive and get the game's first points. Brock Purdy with the touchdown. Well, Brock, it looked like it took the full defense a while to recognize that he was actually running with it. I think it limited their ability to stop what turned into a pretty impressive touchdown.
I think you're exactly right on this one, Kate. Not too many scrambles go this far for a touchdown. And you got to give some credit to the guys around him. None of those receivers, tight ends, well, they just sold it. They didn't look back at him. Had they? I think the defense is able to react and stop that touchdown. Instead, that's 6 big points on the board.
Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Seahawks headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And as we work our way through this regular season, you can see he's currently sitting in the top 5 of the league in passing. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Now he takes it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one hits for 30, and it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. And that's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. He kept this drive going by getting beyond the line of game.
And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So it's second down coming up. Throwing it again here. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates now as a receiver in the open field.
Finds a man right side. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. Working inside the red zone. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
That is teaching tape for a linebacker. Read, react, and finish.
From the gun on 3rd down. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Jair Brown has it. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. Rookie quarterback Brock threw it away their last drive. It seemed like he might have been trying to do too much to make up for that mistake, and instead things snowball.
Yeah, these are the valuable lessons you have to learn from. You cannot be a mistake repeater. But being a rookie quarterback at App State, he threw 28 of them his rookie year. Sometimes you just learn on the job, but you cannot repeat those kind of mistakes.
PAT up and good for Moody. And the 49ers drive out to an early 14-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. This return starts at the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. That's caught. Here's Zach Charbonnet. And he's brought down for a loss.
The good defenses in this league, every once in a while, they could bait a quarterback into a throw. And you do that by having eyes on the quarterback. Getting to a good drop, forcing that check down, and they'd only just bait him into a completion, but they knocked him backwards after the catch.
The pressure's there, and it closes in on him. He's dropped for the sack, and that is what should bring us to the end of this opening quarter. Now this is the dreaded sight anytime there's a sack. He's hurting after taking that hit, and they're going to get out there to check on him. Here he is on 3rd and long. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And this isn't resolved quite yet as he goes out. We've got a flag down. Looks like it's going to be on the offense. So they'll let the play stand, decline the penalty, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Fourth down punt from the Seahawks, and that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting second right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. Purdy on first down. It's taken in by Juszczyk. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it brings up a San Francisco first down. Now Purdy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
See the pass, time up your hit, and jar that ball loose. Not a lot of players are hanging on through a well-placed hit like that one.
Back to the air on second. Purdy. That's incomplete left side. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So now it's going to be third and long. Running back sent in motion. On third down, Purdy. Into the hands of Kittle. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And that hit right at the 10 somehow, though, got a wicked bounce and makes it into the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawk offense taking the field now. And they're going to try to break through this defense and put some points up. They're down 14-zip. They'll come out throwing. Short pass brought in. This is ahead for about 5. Brought down by Fred Warner. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Now an inside give to Walker. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Putting a receiver in motion. Toss play. This is Walker. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up second and 10. They'll run. First give to Zach Charbonnet. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. Brought down by Fred Warner. It's third and 8. Need to get a chunk here. He'll throw it. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And his job's done, and it is a job well done. That punt fights deep into enemy territory, out of bounds at the 7. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. On the ground, this is Isaac Arindo. And he's brought down for a loss.
Kate, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
And he's out of bounds just short of the 15. The Hawks dialing up the nickel D here, third down. Purdy to throw it. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
We'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Got a man. McCaffrey has it. He's got a gain of 6 there. Tackle made by Ernest Jones. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
To throw again, it's Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
This defense needed that, Kate. Just something good to happen. Creating a negative play. You never know when this thing could turn in the NFL, and that sack is exactly what the doctor ordered.
Mitch Wisnowski headed back out as they'll punt it away once more. And he's going to have to hit this one from the edge of his own end zone. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. 58 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawks football. 1st and 10 from the 41. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Walker hauls it in. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Brought down by Fred Warner. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They'll go with Walker on the counter. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Nick Bosa makes the stop. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Back to throw now. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
A couple of my favorite nicknames, Kate, over the last decade in football. The Legion of Boom, obviously, out in Seattle. How about the no-fly zone that was cooking in Denver? That right there, that is a no-fly zone. Trying to make the play in the end zone, and a beautiful job by the defender to knock it away.
So here come the 49ers on offense. And they came in on a rough stretch. 4 straight losses. But things looking better now as they've got this lead. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And all he's able to do is get them a touch more space to the 4. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6 at the 4-yard line.
Going run again with McCaffrey. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And that's good for a gain of 5. Julian Love bringing that one to an end. So it's the 2-minute warning here from the home of the faithful. The 49ers pushing for points. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Running back, motioning right. 3rd and short. Here's Purdy. This ball's cut by McCaffrey. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Purdy setting up that play action. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. 2nd and 3 now.
41-yard line.
From the 41. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Purdy gets this from the pistol. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. First down throw by Purdy. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long. Another try following the sack. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
And he drives it up past the 45. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're first to 3. The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. It'll be Mitch Wisnowski doing the honors. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And this will stick him back a ways. That punt hits and jumps out of bounds near the 14. The Seahawks are going to take over late in the half. They could use something to trim that deficit, and enough time left to maybe get this near field goal range. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Dropping back to throw. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball. Incomplete. Jordan Addison, the intended target. And it sets up second down. Here's a throw. Pass is caught by Addison. And that will not be enough for a first down. Offense up to the line fast. One final shot before halftime. That's caught for the first. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. So we're halfway through this contest from Santa Clara, California. The hometown 49ers out in front. As we send things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Drake May, terrific in the win, as his guys up their mark to...
Well, the teams are ready, the fans are ready. Let's give the people what they came here for. We'll jump past halftime and get right back to the game. Starting from the 5. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The 49ers returning their offense and this running back to the field. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Julian Love bringing that one to an end. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
They kick the running back in motion. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Completed here to McCaffrey. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. So now here's 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
From the gun is Purdy. Hits him on the out route. It's a gain of 12 there. And that's a 49er first down.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. They'll try it right with McCaffrey. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Shotgun snap for Purdy. He'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. And he goes out. Just needed one more step to reach midfield. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. Running back sent in motion. Throwing the out route complete. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
This is McCaffrey, left side. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Brought down by Reek Woolen.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the 28. Completed to his running back. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Offense set for a first and 10. Working inside the red zone. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Here's Purdy to throw. And he will score. It's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Moody knocks that extra point through. And the 49ers stretch their lead to 21. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Here's Carter on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. Drive starts out with a first and 10. They'll come out throwing. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked. Looking right, and he finds him. Nothing doing there as he gets out of bounds back at the line. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. They're throwing it. Gets this one to Charbonnet. And he's short of the first after a mile gain. It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong. Why sit and judge a defense? I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
He's got it at the 24. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The 49ers back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Purdy throwing here on first. Buys time, rolling. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Even though there's a lot of game time left here, Kate, this just feels like a must for the defense. A little bit of desperation. You cannot allow this offense to find the end zone again, in a massive sack on first down. Well, that's the right way to begin this series defensively.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Completed over the middle. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first. And the Seahawks adding an extra DB here. Third down coming. Purdy to throw it. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. That punt goes 63 yards. And it's going to be their football coming up. They're out and set. First and 10. The drive will start with a run by Charbonnet. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have second and 3. They give up the gut to Walker. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Walker on first down. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Connection made to Smith and Jigba. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Here we go, third and less than a yard. Back to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down. Now Walker. Jukes out a one stop. And he's not able to get much, but does have it across the 45. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Walker now from the gun. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Tackle made by Jair Brown. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up. They'll throw it. That's taken in by Kupp. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks get it back to a 14-point game. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The 49ers back on offense and set to take over. Their lead went from 3 touchdowns down to 2, Brock, but still a 14-point advantage for him here in the 3rd. Purdy on 1st down. Into the hands of Kittle. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Purdy gets this from the pistol. Vacates quickly left side. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down. Now Purdy. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Ernest Jones with the pick. And the Seahawks are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, I suppose some praise is in order for bringing him down almost immediately and preventing a return. Definitely minimized the damage the best they could, but it is still a demoralizing outcome for this offense to give the ball away.
This our last play of the quarter. Airing it out to start this drive. Toward the sideline and caught by Addison. And he's able to get it past midfield and down onto the 49er side. A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's the Seahawks with possession, needing to erase that deficit in a hurry. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 46. Short pass caught by his tight end. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
A gain of 5. 1st down, Seattle.
Tight end going in motion here. On the carry, it's Walker. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. From the 32. That's caught in stride by Addison. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Smith and Jigba there to grab it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks now within 1 score in the 4th. Jackson, Smith and Jigba with a touchdown. I think we actually saw him call it early there, Brock. He made that throw, and then he signaled it was gonna be a touch. Well, we knew this was coming. All touchdowns are reviewed, especially late in a close
Previous
game.
play is under review.
All right, so the officials take that touchdown away. He did not break the goal line. First and goal, here's Charbonnet. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks parlay the interception into points. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here, running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Caden. Some players, that's the world they thrive in, finding windows where windows shouldn't exist and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast, trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
Myers gets the point after to go. And the Seahawks chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Seahawks 14.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return starts at the 3. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 29. Catch made over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 30 yards on that one. And that's a 49er 1st down.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. 1st down throw by Purdy. Toward the sideline, and he locates Johnson. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw again, it's Purdy. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And he's brought down for a loss.
Hey, Kate, sorting through traffic, seeking out a runner, that is this guy's domain. And boy, does he know how to operate in it.
At the 30-yard line.
They kick the running back in motion. 2nd and 12 behind the sticks. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Here he goes on the bootleg. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. And we're going to get a timeout from the defense here. On third down, Purdy. And no one had a shot at that. It's at the back of the end zone, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Jake Moody now in a high-pressure spot. A very short kick here from the right hash. Moody knocks it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Return coming from the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. After that return, he's looking pretty banged up out there. We're going to have a stoppage as team personnel comes out to look at him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, a give to Charbonnet. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Offense in the hurry up here. 2nd and 10 now. Catch is made down the right sideline. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds after getting across the 45. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. He'll throw it yet again. Into the hands of Walker. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. 3rd and long for him here. He's on the move. He's running for it. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Throwing from the gun. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Jair Brown has it. 30. Gets the 10. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. Defense getting in on the fun, Brock, with that 4th quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick 6.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense, and when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always say to you, Kate, play fast but never in a hurry. You can't be rushed offensively because you can often be rushed into mistakes like that.
On is Moody for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers take a 3-possession lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. This return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Seahawks ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. Getting right back to it after that interception. He goes back to him yet again, complete. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 31. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Pass play coming here. And the catch is made, but he's out of bounds. Oh, wait a second, but there's a penalty on the play. An avoidable mistake, and that one's going to set the coaches off more than almost any other. And now they're going to mark off the yardage. A fresh set of downs after that penalty. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. They are throwing it again. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Jair Brown has it. And forget the turnover, Brock. They take it back for a late touchdown. Went to the oh well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Now, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
On is Moody for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers make it a 24-point ball game. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. He fields it from the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Seahawk offense ready to get going once again. And like a swarm of hornets, the coverage has been everywhere this offense has tried to throw it. So many possessions lost to interceptions, as we're being reminded of right here.
Yeah, think about it from a pure mathematical perspective. That's as many as 24 to 20, even 32 points left on the table offensively. That's enough to win a brand new football game. Kept off the board by a secondary. You call them Hornets, I call them dancing like a butterfly and stinging like a bee.
I love it. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. They left him wide open. It's complete. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Throwing now on 1st down. That's taken in by Kupp. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 27. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Need a conversion. They're throwing for it. He connects downfield on 4th. It's a Seattle touchdown. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate. And I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
And he makes the catch, so hope not entirely extinguished just yet. Still a little glimmer remaining as that makes it a 2-score game here late. So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And the 49ers are going to get this kick. They're going to hang on for the win. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. comes the San Francisco offense. And this one, just a formality till the clock runs out. Only one timeout remaining to stop it. The 49ers only moments away from finalizing this victory as they take a knee. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their third and final timeout, lining up to take a knee on second down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee.
This is situational football at its best. There's still some time left to bleed off the clock, but the really important thing here is you've got to bleed every second of that clock that you can. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the 49ers take the win here in front of the faithful in Santa Clara. And they take not just a victory, but some serious year-long bragging rights home with them after this one, as they finish out the sweep of their division rivals. So for my partner, Brock Huard, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the 49ers, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.